All right, well, it's bright and early, and we just got the call that our chicks have arrived. So we have, I believe it's 20 of the big white Cornish cross of turkeys coming in. So it's 20 turkeys for the season, and I'm headed out right now to go pick them up from the post office. All right, go to the post office, and here's our baby chicks. Come on, I can't get out yet. Well, let's get them home, get them in the brooder. I have a slightly different brooder situation set up for them than that wooden one I made, just because they get a little bit bigger. So I'll get home, show you that. It's a brooder we used back in Alabama, and we'll get their water set up, a feed set up, a little heat plate, and we're good to go. See you back at home. This is the brooder setup we're using this time around. So this is what we use in Alabama. It's basically half of a IBC tote, and then cut the frame down so it sits a little bit lower. Got some boards in there to kind of keep it propped up. And then I just had to fashion a new lid. And so that pops up. We have our heating plate. For water right now. We'll get some food in there later today. And yeah, it's time to load some chicks up. So we got the giant white turkeys. We got 20 of them, but we're gonna count them to put them in. We did get, in fact, the 20 that we ordered, and they all look pretty good so far. Sometimes there's one or two that look a little worse, but they're all running around pretty good. So let them chill out here for a little bit, and see how they do in a little bit. Sometimes, you do get one or two that die on the first night, so keep an eye on them. All right, well, earlier today we got our baby turkeys in, and tomorrow, I think mid-afternoon, we're gonna drive out to the airport and pick up my mom. She's coming into town, so that's exciting. So today I thought, let me get situated. So today I thought I would just give a brief kind of overview of our garden and the state of it right now. We moved in to this place. We didn't get fully out here until maybe October of last year. And we had a lot of stuff we had to kind of set up and get moved and all that stuff. And then we had the holidays. So it's been going and going and going and going. So we have the start of our garden. It's we got this half of it basically set up. And we're still going to work on over here. And I kind of wanted to go over, our thought process for some of this, the design and placement decisions that we made. So why right here? What is it about this space that I just want to have a garden? And well, basically, that's our front door. So We wanted a space that was pretty close to the house. Our last garden in Alabama was a little bit further away. Wasn't too bad, but this is just kind of one area. We have this little road that goes through. You can quite see it. The road that goes through our property. It's like a little gravel road. So that kind of sections that part off. Telephone pole, it's pretty ugly. Don't like that. We have like our carport area where we, can barbecue. We had our little housewarming shindig over there. We have, so we'll be processing some chickens and turkeys. We processed our turkeys here last year. And then we have kind of these hedges here, these little bushes. So that's kind of a good border on that end. Over there is septic, and then that goes to our orchard. So this area just kind of really worked out to be kind of already naturally kind of sectioned off. And when we first moved in, there was a huge sycamore tree here that was quite dead. And so this is what remains of it as of right now. I've been trying to cut it up a little bit by little bit. I have a big pile of wood over here by the bunkhouse that I'll get to eventually, but yeah, so this is the state of it so far. Our goal is to expand this middle path right here. This will be a big path through the entire garden. Probably bump it out another width of this. This is the good weed fabric, and then we'll basically mirror the set of beds going this way. And then next to those bushes, we might do like a permanent chicken coop with like deep bedding. Haven't quite decided on that. That's where we're leaning right now, but that could change. And then, we're planning on doing some water catchment off of the house. So I got a couple of these black IBC totes. I don't know if you can quite see that. Black IBC totes, and we'll be getting those hooked up at some point. But what we got so far, I did start a bunch of seeds this year, but none of them really took. We had too much going on and couldn't really tend to them. So most of these things are from plant starts, either we bought or we had friends give to us. And so I just wanted to give you a tour through our garden. Back in Alabama, we used these green stalks for a few things. So my wife did plant, I think she planted this one out. She still has to do that one, but I'm not sure what she planted in here. I have no idea, and she didn't label anything, so that'll be a mystery. Starting in these 4 beds right here, these first 4. Put you down real quick. These are all of our tomatoes, or most of our tomatoes. So we do have, I think these are all Cherokee purples, and they've been growing really good. I already got some tomatoes on this one. We've had a ton of rain and a ton of storms. Seems like every other day. These ones are beefsteak tomatoes, these 4, and then right next to this trellises on each one we have some cucumbers planted. I don't know if you can see back there, but we have a cucumber planted, and I don't see any starch tomatoes on these beefsteaks, but I'm sure they'll be coming in pretty soon. Let's see. These tomatoes over here, we get some Carolina Golds. So they're smaller, like cherry, I think, tomato gold. There are some flowers on this one. There are a few tomatoes over there. And in the middle, my wife planted, this is a purple basil. So that's going in the middle. Over here, we got our Roma tomatoes. So those are looking nice right now. And again, we have a cucumber in the middle. My plan is to, this black weed fabric, I do like it a lot better than whatever this stuff is. This stuff lets a lot of light in, so you know, it's like a pillow of grass underneath it. And I find that I like not having to mow in between all of the rows, so I like doing the weed fabric. Our eventual goal is this big open area right here. We're gonna have like a fire pit and some chairs to like sit around, sit in the garden, hang out, read a book, you know, whatever. So these 4 beds we were still working on. I was getting these 2 back here kind of propped up. We don't have any plants to really plant in them right now, so they're kind of just chilling. We did get this one, and this one has a cucumber, a zucchini, and what is this? A Japanese eggplant that's looking a little sorry. Actually, all these are looking a little bit sorry. We just got this one planted. All these things were in the ground, or they were in their little pots way too long. But you know, it is what it is. When you're super busy, full of projects, you can only do so much. So in this next bed, we have all of our peppers. A lot of them already have a bunch of peppers growing on them. I probably should have picked these peppers off when they were smaller, but it's gonna be going all right. So we have an Anaheim pepper. What is this one? This one's banana peppers. I believe we have a purple bell pepper over here, and a cucumber. And I believe we have a jalapeno over there. Let's get some of this. What are these doing here? So we did put cardboard down and a bunch of compost, but this grass stuff is never ending. Do a little bit of weeding real quick. All right, I could go all day with that. Let's see what this pepper is. Where'd the tag go? Well, I thought it was labeled. I guess not. Alright, we'll move down over here. It's some sort of pepper. Hold on, it gets a little bit bigger. Oops. This is a serrano, little baby peppers, and this one is a poblano. I really like poblano peppers. They have a lot of good flavor too. I don't mind some spice here and there. Oh, there's a bunch of ants in this one too. But I definitely like peppers and seasonings to add flavor, not just be hot. I don't enjoy stuff being hot for no good reason. These are all cabbages, and I believe they're all gifted to us. My wife planted all these, so they're doing great. Looks like she planted some sort of lettuce or something. I don't really know what that is. And then in this bed over here, there's some more cabbages, purple cabbage, some other cabbages, I believe, and then some kale. In this bed over here, we have 2 more tomatoes. I believe they are some more Cherokee purples that we had left over, and then we have 3 tomatillo plants. Really like tomatillos. Trying to get them to go up into these tomato hoops, but they're kind of being a little defiant. But they're going really good. They get these little, let me see if you can bring in these little pods with the fruit inside. Get in there. I just broke that one. But I really like chili verde, and making salsas and stuff, and so they make a really good salsa. In this last bed, I believe my wife planted a bunch of herbs. So there's thyme, rosemary, lemon thyme, not sure exactly everything she planted in here. Thyme, lemon thyme, this didn't label, sage, and then, I don't know, parsley over there, maybe. So, you know, we each get out here at our own times to plant stuff and figure it out, but yeah, things are starting to move along. We also have, so my wife had these cabbages planted before we had the beds kind of set up in these buckets, and they started taking off, so we kind of just left them. Because they're already doing well. We have some, I believe, chocolate basil, another kind of basil over there in that raised bed, or a little pot. And then we just picked up, this is, I believe, a hibiscus, and it had a couple really good blooms, and looks like we're gonna have a few more pretty soon, so that's cool. Just hibiscus. We have some, I believe, raspberry plants here. Looks like one of them's doing well, and the other one's not doing anything. This, I believe, is a magnolia. I always wanted a magnolia tree, and the nursery we got this from had it on sale at the time, so really excited about that. I don't know what this is. Another berry. Over here we have what looks like a bunch of dead stuff. So this is comfrey that I'm trying to grow. I just got it just the other day from my buddy Ben from Homestead. So we have a bunch of comfrey I'm trying to go. We have some what's it called? That's citronella. We have a couple of those around. My wife gets a pretty nasty reaction to some mosquito bites. We have some herbs that we didn't quite get in the ground. So there's rosemary, a couple different kinds. There's something else we killed pretty good. I had some dill that, you know, got toasted. That's what this is down here. And then we have a bunch of strawberries that we just upplanted. I didn't really get a chance to figure out where I wanted them, but we got a bunch of strawberry plants, and now we're gonna plant them probably through the orchard. You know, we'll figure that out in the next few days. We've got like a juniper bush that we got from the same nursery, that and the fig and the magnolia and the hibiscus we all got at the same time. So I gotta get this fig out over there into the orchard. We'll go over there in a little bit. Another citronella, some more basil, and I don't know what this is. Something. I got these two roses, these two rose bushes at a clearance section from just like a local big box store. They're looking really rough and they're pretty heavily discounted, so I bought them. They seem to be doing well. I just up potted them, keep them watered, and then yeah, they're doing all right. This over here is a rose that I got from our woods, and in all that rain, it ended up being in a bucket that didn't have any drainage, so I don't know if it's gonna survive. It's looking a little haggard right now. We'll see. There's another one over in our woods that I wouldn't mind grabbing. I don't know what this is. Another one of my wife's plants. But it's it has some beautiful blossoms on it, and it's now gonna probably get some more. So that's it. Oh, we also have some lemongrass in these, and there's some flowers that, again, I don't know what they are because those are my wife's. But yeah, so the goal with this kind of more short term is I want to get this black weed fabric kind of laid out through the rest of this, because I really hate this stuff. I'll probably pull this back, mow it, and then put the black stuff down. I just got a bunch of staples for the black matting. We'll get these last beds filled and maybe planted with some stuff. We'll see. And then eventually over here, so this is another sycamore tree that we had taken down. The top was completely dead. The top half was dropping branches. You know, every storm. So I still have to get this cut up, and then this area over here will also have some raised beds in it. So yeah, that's the main garden area. We do want to plant some raised beds kind of close to the house to figure out where we want the rain catchment. You know, we have a bunch of these downspouts around, so we'll get those figured out. Not a high priority. And then yeah, we'll probably keep moving across here this year and expanding on the garden. So that's exciting. So let's walk over to the orchard, show you what we got going on there. So welcome to our orchard. Another thing we fell in love with about this place was that it had a ton of these super mature blueberry bushes throughout. So there's probably, I think, 30 blueberry bushes. Most of them are, you know, about this big with this many blueberries on them. You know, these are just chock full. When we came to look at the property, these are just this were full of blueberries, and unfortunately once we moved in, they were already, I guess the deer had already gotten to them. But what we've added is we've added a bunch of fruit trees. There were some here too, but we couldn't quite tell what they were just because they were starting to lose their leaves and everything. But we have a couple peach trees, and I'm not sure which varieties they were because we got them when we were in Alabama, and they've been uppotted and frankly kind of abused, and so this one has been doing, you know, a lot better than it had been in the pots. This one, unfortunately, I don't think survived. I think this is an apple, but it's growing stuff out of the bottom, but I'm not sure. This tree was already here, and I don't really know what it is, but it's growing. Same with this one. It was already here, and I don't really know what it is as well. There's no fruit on it yet. This one's got a nice little cluster of apples. I'm guessing they're apple trees, but I'm not sure. This one has one little cluster of apples, so we'll get 3 apples off that one. So that's cool. This is another tree that we brought over, we brought over. I'm not sure if it's gonna make it. It's looking a little sad. We're trying to keep them, but they all, this one too, same with the same part of that 5 that we brought over. So all 5 of them are looking a little rough. 2 of them definitely aren't gonna make it. This one's toast. But we planted the end here. We have, I believe this is a hazelnut tree. So this at the end. We have, this is an apple tree we just planted. This is a Granny Smith apple. More blueberries. We've got a mystery peach that our friend Ben at the Holler Homestead, he gifted us. He got this peach and that peach over there, so we got them in the ground. We've got this apple over here that we planted. It is a pink lady apple. And that's the peach Ben gave us. This one is another Granny Smith. So we have 2 Granny Smiths. There's another pink lady over here. That out there is another hazelnut. Ooh, there's all these little gnats. We got 2 fig trees here and here, so we're probably gonna plant that 3rd fig tree over here somewhere. That over there is a chestnut, and then we got another chestnut planted up in this little island of, it's got some berries, it's got a bunch of flowers, it's got a bunch of these, I don't know. I know they're big in the south, but I hate crepe myrtles. A bunch of crepe myrtles, a bunch of poison oak, poison ivy. So we do have some fruit trees planted around some blueberries. So right over here, you get this nice blueberry bush. And then up above, we have what I believe is persimmon. And let me see if I can find one. Well, there's just a ton of these things, so I don't know why I can't find one right now, but there's a bunch of these little, here we go. Can you see the little fruits starting? So there's a ton on here. Yeah, here's some. Let me see if I can get you. So right there we got some fruits on there. We got this cherry tree that is not going to be around too long. It's got full of this fungus that first pretty detrimental. I let it go just this year to see what would happen. And it's got leaves on it, but that's about it. So I'll probably cut this way back and just see if we're supposed to burn all this stuff and not plant any other. Whoa. Hey, buddy. This is our neighbor's dog. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Had a little brief interruption with my my neighbor's puppy running around. So he's a good little dog. And we got 5, so it doesn't really matter playing with one more. So we got this tree right here, which has a ton of peaches on it, but they all seem to be, I don't know. We'll see what happens with these. A lot of them are kind of like rotten on the vine. Like we got like this. I kind of left them there because I thought maybe that would attract some of the. Look at this. Like, what is this? So I don't really know what's going on there, but I mean, it's producing a lot of fruit. It's just, I don't know if any of it's going to be gettable by the time it's ripe. So we'll figure that out. We also have this tree right here. is a pear tree, and it's got all kinds of pears all over it. So that's super exciting. I'll see, make some pear jam or pear pies or something. Some of them got little rotten spots. So yeah, we got that going. Look at that. Just full of them. So that's super exciting. Got these trees down here, which I don't really see anything on them. But that one, and then this one actually threw some compost and straw down. And this one was just looking a little rinky-dink. But yeah, we got fig tree. We got another fig tree here. So yeah, that's pretty much the orchard and our garden. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, it's just kind of quick. In between projects, I got to get out here and mow this a little bit. This gets really out of hand pretty quick, and it's annoying to get in here. I'm still working on a chicken coop and some little chicken tractor things. We got our 20 baby turkeys in today. They look like they're doing fine. We got 30 egg layers in the chicken tractor. That's for our meat birds. So once their coop is ready, we'll get them out. I do need to build an actual fence for our dogs because they're using animal netting, and we need the animal netting for our animals. Yeah, so I'm excited. My mom to come into town tomorrow. Be cool to see her. I haven't seen her in a little while. Do a late Mother's Day dinner, I think. And here's our egg layers. So most of these are dual purpose birds, though I don't know what those two white ones are. They're supposed to be just 3 different breeds and then one mystery chick. I think the mystery chick is this fluffy golden haired boy right here. I think he's a boy. And then yes, I don't know what those two white ones are, but it's a chicken. Chicken's a chicken. Either will lay eggs or it'll become soup or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's not our best garden we've ever grown, or biggest garden we've ever grown, but for just moving in, not having any garden space at all, I'm happy with how it's coming out. So we gotta get those strawberries in the ground. I gotta plant. We gotta get like the hibiscus in the ground and the different flowering bushes that my wife got in the ground. Gotta get these last 4 beds figured out. Excuse me, got the hiccups. Gonna build some beds over here, build beds that way. We do have a nice pretty flat spot way out there where our pigs were at one point, and we're probably gonna plant a bunch of squash and pumpkins and stuff like that this fall, or for this fall. We're not really planning on keeping it a garden area, but because I've already turned up by the pigs, figured it would be a good use of the space for now, for this year. Still no baby pigs. I still think one's definitely pregnant, but I don't exactly know when our boar did his deed. They were together for a few months. But yeah, everything's going good. So I gotta get these trees cleaned up. They're pretty heavy. and I only have the little baby tractor, so you have to get them into bite-sized pieces for that thing to be able to lift. So I do a ton of organization on the shed and the overhang, but you know, we're just doing a little bit every day and trying to get it chipped away. So I'm probably gonna end it here. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Enjoy.